Guys, you have saw a game of all games. This game was like it was a high scoring game. I had said it from the beginning that this was going to be a barn burner. This was going to be a close game, and excuse me, and Colorado was going to pull it out. I said it was going to be a close game. They have now put the Pac-12 on notice. The Pac-12 is on notice. They got the best, in my mind, they got the best receiving core in the Pac-12, in my mind. But the game just ended. They went on the listen to me. They went on the road. Okay, this team was 1-11 last year. They went on the road and pulled it off. They went on the road. Okay. Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders and Dylan Edwards made their claim for the Heisman Trophy. All three of them. Dylan Edwards, listen to me. Dylan Edwards, Travis Hunter, and Shador Sanders all made their claim today for the Heisman Trophy. If you had to vote today for the Heisman Trophy after all games were won, you would have to, I don't know who you'll give it to. Travis Hunter, I would have to give it to Travis Hunter. He played both sides of the ball. This man doesn't get tired. He went down in the Texas heat and played both sides of the ball. He got over 50-some snaps. He was in on 50-some plays. Last year, this team went 1-11. Now they 1-0. How do you like that? What difference does a year make? Don't you like when a plan comes together? This man, Shador Sanders, is out there acting like he's Tom Brady. He's out there acting like he's Tom Brady, man. For sure, they're going to beat Nebraska and go 2-0, but we're going to wait. We're going to climb that mountain when we get there. But he has a lot of weapons to throw to. Dylan Edwards broke a big play for huge yardage for a touchdown. First of all, speed kills. Speed 100% kills, man. You throw to him in the flat or throw to him, it's going to be hard to bring him down. And then on top of it, you got Jimmy Horn Jr. He caught a touchdown pass. Xavier Weaver getting yards. They just have so many threats. And this season is just getting started. It's just getting started, man. I want to say this to all of the experts. You just won me money today. Yeah, you did. You just won me money today because you guys are saying, oh, you guys had them with a 20-point deficit going into the game. Do you see that score? Do you see the score, man? Let me go on my FanDuel, man, because I just won some money for no reason. Straight up, no reason, man. Let me see. I'm up. I just want an easy $610, man. Easy, just for no reason. And I didn't even put that much money down. Just say easy $600, man. You so-called experts, I understand that you guys are saying that this never been done before. But these players that he brought in are proven. He brought players in from Alabama. He brought players in from Auburn. He brought a lot of players in from Florida State. He brought some players in that have proven game time experience. They came to help, man. They came to help. And it didn't take long for this team to gel together. Now, I must say the defense got to get a little better to hold those points, but they're going to get better as the season go on. Okay, you're going to watch and see. They're going to make some adjustments on defense. And I'm going to tell you right now, I made a bet for them to win the Pac-12. I made a bet already on my FanDuel for them to win the Pac-12 championship. As long as they stay healthy and the defense make adjustments, they can win the Pac-12. You don't put that many scores up. You don't put that many scores up and you're not a good team. They just put the Pac-12 on notice. Hey, it's just, right now it's just a wish upon a star. But if they win the Pac-12, I'm putting my notice in at work, man. I'm quit. If they win the Pac-12, I quit. I'm going to come on live and I'm going to show you guys that I quit. I 100% quit, man. This team is good, man. This team is good. They got a high-powered offense. He took a 1-11 team. He came in as the head coach, brought a new engine. I said it in my last video. There is a Rolls-Royce engine. He brought a Rolls-Royce engine, man. Shedeur Sanders, I said it before in previous videos, he has a laser for an arm. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't get nervous. He's what you call a prodigy. Okay, he's a prodigy. And Travis Hunter, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. The kid is ridiculous. The kid doesn't get tired. The kid is ridiculous. He was in on over 50-some plays, probably more than that. I mean, damn. When he said Heisman Trophy loading, he made his claim today for a Heisman Trophy. He made this claim. The reason why I say that is because he was effective on both sides of the ball. He caught an interception, folks. This man caught an interception. Okay? Now that touchdown, he caught a touchdown on Josh Newton, right? It was, you know how they ran the same play that they ran at Jackson State. Remember the last play him and Shedeur made at Jackson State in that bowl game? They did the same thing against Josh Newton, and they ruled Travis Hunter. They said he bobbled the ball, and they didn't rule it a touchdown. But however, Josh Newton was pass interference, and that set it up for 1st and goal. This team is so loaded with tricks. Even Bishop Thomas, if you notice, after that play, Bishop Thomas was on the offensive line, and then he created a huge hole for the score. Yeah, Bishop Thomas was on that offensive line. This team is like this. In my mind, they're in the top 3 in the Pac-12 right now. Actually, they're in the top 2 in the Pac-12. See, the thing is, a lot of people don't give the HBCU credit. Travis Hunter and Shedeur, they chose to play in the HBCU. Shiloh Sanders had already he was a Gamecock. He was already in the Power 5, but he came to play with his dad and his brother and his little brother. These guys chose to go to the HBCU. That doesn't mean that they're not great players. They just chose to go play with Coach Prime. All you experts, you got to apologize, man. You have to apologize. You don't have a quarterback that throw for that many yards in the HBCU and not be great. I don't know why you guys doubting this team, man. I really don't know. You guys can't doubt him anymore, though. That's what's funny about it. And let me just show y'all. I'm gonna let me take a screenshot of this just to let you know I'm not bullshitting you. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you my my FanDuel account. I'm not gonna show you the bet I got for the Pac-12 though. I'm gonna keep that to myself because if they win the Pac-12, yo, I'm just straight up quitting my job, yo. I'm just letting y'all know that. Let me just upload this picture real quick so y'all can see it. Just made a quick $600 for no. I made a quick $600 just because they're being doubted. That's why. I almost got the score right. If I had got the score right, oh man, listen. My mouth, you probably would have heard my mouth from here to Tuesday. Let me show you real quick. You see it? That was a quick $600. I'm not lying to you. That was just a quick $600 for no reason at all. For no reason. All right. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm not lying. I'm not going to show you guys my bet for the Pac-12 championship because I put quite a considerable amount of cash on it. But it was cash that I'm willing to lose. You know, you never bet the house. But they consider it a long shot, but it's not a long shot. First of all, look. You got Savion Wilkerson. Listen, he could have easily played in the Power 5. He chose to play with Coach Prime. Shedeur Sanders, out of high school. See, this is what I know. Maybe the experts, maybe they weren't on their radar. They didn't do their research. Coming out of high school, he was recruited by all the SEC schools, Alabama's, everybody. Okay, you got Jimmy Horn Jr. and Xavier Weaver Go do your research and find out what they did at Florida. As what is South Florida? How electrifying they are. Okay. And listen, we don't even have Gant yet. Wait till Gant gets healthy. Oh my God. You wait till Gant gets healthy, man. There was a lot of players that you didn't see today. They're not healthy yet. Once they come back, we now have an SEC school in the Pac-12. That's what you're saying. He turned this Colorado team into a SEC school, man. It don't matter if they're not that big. It don't matter. Speed kills, and you saw it today with Dylan Edwards. You saw it today. He reminds me, I had said in a video, he reminds me of the Rocket Ishmael. Nobody probably know who that is, but some people my age, if you over 45, you know who the Rocket Ishmael is from Notre Dame. He reminds me of the Rocket Ishmael. You cannot, if he gets in the flat and he gets space, you're not going to be able to catch him. That's the same thing. And Coach Prime ran a couple plays, just how they used to utilize the Rocket Ishmael back at Notre Dame. So, like I said, how do you have Travis Hunter on the team and you don't give this team credit? Oh man, they had him. Then the point spread, I had said it. The point spread was disrespectful. You had them losing by 20. Go look at that score one more time. Even though I don't like that the defense gave up that many points, but like I said, as the season go on, Coach Prime and company is going to make tweaks to that defense and make sure that that defense is respectable. But we have injuries on the defense, though. Like I said, Gant is trying to get healthy. I hope he comes back. Travis J is trying to get healthy. So hopefully we'll have him at some point during this season. That defense is going to get better. The defense is going to get better. And shout out to the offensive line. You guys held up. You guys had a couple false starts, but you guys will get better as the season go on. But it didn't matter when you got a quarterback like Shador and you got Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, and Xavier Weaver. The shit don't matter. It really don't. They can score at will. And they got a running game. We don't even have Alton McCaskill yet. Listen, this team is the top 2 in the Pac-12, man. They put the Pac-12 on notice. It's on notice now. And if you guys, let me just say this. I want a quick $600 for just no reason. So if you guys want to keep doubting them for the rest of the season, just go ahead, because we just going to keep making money over here. Just go ahead. We're going to keep making pocket money over here because these experts don't know what they're talking about. Listen, you had Warren Sapp on the sidelines. You had Michael Irvin on the sidelines. You don't think they gave these kids some knowledge? Huh? You don't think they gave these kids some knowledge? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Guys, this is like, you know how they said, well, if he, you know how I even, some people been vlogging us, man, I think they might win. I'll give them 3 games. 3 games is disrespectful. We got Jimmy Horn on the team, Xavier Weaver, Dylan Edwards, Savion Wilkerson, Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, Shiloh Sanders. We got Gant. We got McClendon. And you saying they only going to win 3 games? No. No. They need to win the Pac-12. That's what they need to win. And Coach Prime, he did something with the practice. You know how he was making them run them in the ground in practice, making them run 100%. That's just so that their fitness could be ready. Listen, that TCU team was tired. That TCU offensive line and that defensive line was tired, man. Chasing Dylan Edwards all over the place. They were tired, man. That's why Dylan Edwards was able to run it back like he did, because of the fitness. You don't have a gold jacket. He's the only coach in college football with a gold jacket. You don't think he know how to win ball games? He's been there before. He just got to have the right personnel on the field. And as long as they're listening to him 100%, which they are, they're going to win ball games, man. And that's what you saw today, man. You saw a great team. You saw one of the top 5 teams in the country today. That's what you saw. And their defense is only going to get better. It's only going to get better. They got the top 10 offense in the country right now with those wide receivers. It's crazy, man. It was a really good game, man. They are now 1-0. Last year they was 1-11. Now, let's talk about this whole, oh my God, I can't believe Coach Prime came in here and got rid of all these players. Well, guess what happened? Look at the score. It had to happen. You remember when Coach Prime said that he met with the team for the first time? And he was in the position rooms and they were on their cell phone and the music was playing. That's a 1-11 team mentality. And then he also revealed that most of the players quit. So all those 1-11 players, they're now gone. The players that stayed, those are the real players. Those are the real players. That 1-11 record didn't reflect the players that's currently there now, like Trevor Woods catching a damn interception. Y'all saw that pretty interception Trevor Woods caught, huh? You saw it. That 1-11 record last year did not reflect Trevor Woods. It did not. It didn't. Like I said, the rest of the team they are ballers. And the rest of the people that quit, because most of the people quit. They was like, yeah, are you going to quit today? Are you going to quit? Remember Coach Prime said that? They were like, are you going to quit today? Who does that? That's a 1-11 mentality. And that's that. And he brought in players that wanted the ball, man, and he got them now. He got them. He got them. Thanks to the experts and all of the people that said they were going to lose. You made me some good pocket money today because you don't know what you're talking about. Half the people that's talking about this sports don't know what they're talking about. Let me tell you something. If you my age or a little older, you ain't got to have played football. You know a Randy Moss when you see him, huh? Don't you? You know a Lawrence Taylor when you see him, right? Because everything has been done before. So what I'm trying to tell you is you could spot a good player when you see him, right? You know a Wes Welker when you see him, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. You know a linebacker university when you see him. I'm talking about Penn State back in the day. They used to call them linebacker university. So my point is we know good players when we see them. So I'm looking at these players in practice. I'm like, my question is, how did he get all these players on the team like that? It's the Prime effect, man. They wanted to play with Prime. He's the only coach in the country besides Nick Saban that could actually do that. He's the only one that could bring all those players like that and get them to buy into a new system. He's the only one besides Coach Saban that I could think of, and maybe Lincoln Riley, maybe, that can actually pull this off. He's getting ready to change the face of college football because a new coach coming in, they're going to be like, look, I'm going to bring all my players in too. I'm going to let a lot of players go. Because this, as they say it, the grand experiment is working. It's working. It's working, man. I'm just sitting up here, ranting, man, just letting it all out right now because I'm sitting up here right now. I'm talking to the experts right now. I told you so. I told you so. Even some vloggers were talking about, I could see them winning 6. I can't see them winning 6 games. What are you talking about? 6 games. That's disrespectful. No, 10 games. How about that? 10 games. You got to be either you 100% in or you not. Okay? I don't believe in tribalism or anything like that. I'm just talking my shit right now because I just want money for no reason. All right? I'm all the way in. I believe in Shedeur Sanders. I believe he's one of the best quarterbacks in the world. You don't throw for that many yards in the HBCU level and not be good, man. How many yards did he throw for today? Did anybody know? Because I didn't look at the stats yet. Give me a number, yo. How many yards did he throw for, man? He just picked up where he left off at Jackson State. But also, what you're saying is pretty much he's still playing the HBCU, correct? Because that's the way he was acting. He threw for 510 yards. God damn. He threw how many over 500? You know how I know that the experts don't know what they're talking about? Because they don't do their research. A lot of these experts, they might be too young, man, to not remember Steve Air McNair. Steve Air McNair, where did he play at, y'all? He played at Alcorn State, correct? Huh? They call him Steve Air McNair. And what did he do when he went to the NFL? He was a great quarterback. Don't they know Jerry Rice came from the HBCU? Huh? Didn't Sweetness? Oh, by the way, Walter Payton came from Jackson State, didn't he? So they keep saying, oh, you know, the HBCU. No, every now and then you got great players in the HBCU. And what happened in this situation was you had a bunch of Power 5 players that made the decision to go play with Coach Prime. That doesn't mean that they don't have Power 5 talent. That's why these experts, they need to lose their jobs, man. They don't know what they're talking about. Even the people that were badgering Coach Prime in the press conference up at Colorado, they need to get up out of there, man. Because they don't do their history, they don't do their research, nothing. They need to get up out of there. This is no surprise to me that they won today. It's a little bit of a surprise that they let that team score so much. And the reason why I'm knocking that is because they're better than that. Their defense is actually better than that. Now, we got a few players on defense, like I said, that are hurt right now. And they're going to come back, and they're going to keep those scores respectable. But as far as the amount of points that the offense put up, I'm not surprised by that. Shador has been doing it at Jackson State. It's just that some of these oh my God, he threw a 500 and some yard. He did it at Jackson State. What are you talking about? He did it at Jackson State. So that I'm not surprised about. It's just that the defense, they got to hold that number a little bit more respectable, which they are going to do moving forward. Now that they have some data to work with now we got data to work with. Now the coaches, now the practice is going to be a little different. Okay, this is how much we gave up. Now we got some film to look at. Okay, I need you to tweak this. I need you to tweak that. And that'll be it. Travis Hunter, I just need you to be the athlete that you are. Okay, I just need you to keep doing what you're doing. You might mess around and win the Heisman and the Thorpe Award. You keep it up. We might mess around and have him winning the Thorpe this year. You know what I mean? So he can just keep doing what he's doing. I forget what's the name of the kid that came from Florida State that was the CB today. Oh, he did a great job. He did a great job. Son, you did a great job. Yes, you did. You did a great job. The defensive line, they held up. They did okay. They're gonna tweak it and get a little better. You know what I mean? I'm happy with the linebackers. I'm happy with them. Like I said, Gant is hurt still. He's not back yet. So we get Gant back. It's gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better, man. Yeah, man. This team is the real deal, man. So now you're gonna hear the experts talking nice to him now. That's what you're gonna start to hear. That point spread in the next game is I guarantee you Colorado is going to be the favorite. And I circled that game on my calendar because that coach was talking, wasn't he? He was doing a little bit of talking. Knowing damn well he grew up watching Prime. Knew damn well he grew up watching him. I got that I circled on my calendar. And I also said in a previous video, I got that USC game circled on my calendar because that's the game I'm going to be at. That's the game where I'm going on the field. That crowd going on the field, I'm going to make sure of it because they're going to beat USC. And I'm going on the damn field, I'm going to act a fool. That game right there, I guarantee you that crowd is going on the field. Yes, indeed. But they got to continue to work hard, which they are. And they can beat anybody in the country, man. See, one thing that's on full display right now, when we started to see this with the well-off media clips, Reach the People media in the pregame show, we started to see what Coach Prime was saying to the team. He was working on their mental. I think he hypnotized these kids, man. He worked on their mental. He said, "Do you believe?" It's one thing to say, "Do you believe?" But do you really believe? Because if you do, you can go out there and beat anybody, no matter how small or big you are. You can beat them. Football is 90% mental, 10% physical. When I saw that team get on the plane, I said, they're going to pull a heist. They're getting ready to pull a heist in college football. That's what's happening. That's what you're seeing. Thank you, OJ Smith. You said Sanders is better than Williams. Man, listen, they pulling a heist right now. They're pulling a heist because nobody believed in them. Nobody, all these experts, thank you, I appreciate it. These experts are saying, oh, they're not gonna, TCU play for them. It don't matter if they played for the national title last year. It's not the same team, is it? It's not the same team. Even though TCU offense is not to be played with. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Their offense is not to be played with. So I can't take nothing away from TCU. It's just that they got freaking tired. It's just that their defense was tired. They ain't know how to handle our weapons. I can't knock them for that because our weapons are great. We beat a great team today with our great weapons. That's what happened. You know what I mean? And shout out to Coach Prime. He is a stand-up. He's a class act. When Sanders went down for TCU, was it Trey Sanders? He came over to him to make sure he was all right. And him and Sonny Dykes, they shared pleasantries. You know what I'm saying? Because they know each other. How do they know each other? Because he was recruiting Shador. That's why. They know each other. He was trying to recruit his son out of high school, right? So they came over and shared pleasantries and all that. And Coach Dykes know what he just lost to a gold jacket, man. That's what happened. I didn't really have anything planned today. I'm just sitting up here, just like they pulled a heist. That's what happened. And then here, Max, just take a little money for your troubles, to go buy dinner with. Here, take a little $600 to go buy some dinner. That's what they did. That's what happened. That's what happened, man. I know football, man. I know good players when I see them. I've been watching football since I was 5. I actually played. I was a tight end. I didn't play at this level, because they had a situation back then with Hank Gathers and Reggie Lewis. And I went through a battery of tests. Some doctors said I could play and some said I couldn't. And I didn't take the chance. I went the academic route. And but I know my football. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know my football, man. I know good players when I see them. I wasn't worried about Travis Hunter. I already know he's great. It's just that the rest of the country think, oh, he came from HBCU. He got to prove himself. No, he do not. If he could do it at HBCU level, he's doing it here. The same football is football, right? And I saw something in Shador. I said, this dude is special. And then it didn't hurt that, he took lessons from the GOAT. You know who the GOAT is. He took lessons from the GOAT. You don't think the GOAT told him something? Tom Brady. I'm happen to be a Jets fan. And thanks to my Jets, you guys had enjoyed Tom Brady. Yeah, thanks to my Jets. I'm a New York Jets fan. Y'all remember what happened in Giant Stadium when Mo Lewis took out Drew Bledsoe, damn near killed him. And then Tom Brady came in. He never looked back. So that's why I always say, thanks to the Jets, Tom Brady got his start because Mo Lewis took out Drew Bledsoe. And Tom Brady never gave up that starting role ever again. So it was thanks to Mo Lewis and the New York Jets. You don't think Tom Brady gave him some GOAT advice? Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. You don't think Warren Sapp talked to that defensive line and gave him some GOAT advice? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hey, Shane Cokes, man. If you ever hear this, I like how you played today. You're an NFL player, dude. And I'm glad that you made this decision to come to Colorado because you're going to go to the NFL. Big Tank, you're going to the NFL. You're going to make a lot of money one day. You probably will stay to your senior year. I know you're a junior, but after your senior year, you're getting ready to be a millionaire. That's Big Tank. Coach Prime, I don't know what he said to you, but he don't turn you into an NFL caliber tackle. You're gonna get your chance just because you're 6'10", but I like how you played today because I was watching you. You guys are that offensive line is going to get even better as the season go on. This team is going to start to peak by the fifth game. You're going to start to see them peak about the fifth or sixth game. They're going to start to peak. And then by then, if they go 5-0, then you're going to start to hear about the Heisman Trophy and the Thorpe Award. You're going to start to hear that conversation mid-season. But right now, it's still too early, even though Travis Hunter did make his claim for the Heisman today. He did. He played both sides of the ball. He damn near played the whole game. He caught the interception. He needed to catch. I'm glad he caught the interception because that's further making his stamp on that Heisman Trophy. But I don't want to jinx him. It's still early in the season, but he looked good. Hell, Dylan Edwards, how many touchdowns did this man get today? 3? That's a true freshman, man. Speed kills, man. He reminded me of the Rocket Ishmael. I don't know if you all remember the Rocket Ishmael. He runs like the Rocket. He reminds me of the Rocket Ishmael. So shout out to him. Savion Wilkerson. I guess the experts didn't even look at you, did they, sir? They ain't even look at you. They ain't even look at Hankerson. They ain't look at neither one of y'all. That let me tell you something. That running back room is so deep. Wait till McCaskill get back, Mr. All-Purpose. Mr. All-Purpose, man. Out there, saying running. I saw highlights of his freshman campaign. He's not even back yet. Like I said, this team is only going to get better. Operation Protect Shador. He caught a few sacks today. I'm okay with that. He's not hurt. They're going to get better with that. But he don't get rattled though. That's just what it is. I don't know. It's just something in his DNA. He don't know what nerves are. It's just because he had his father in his ear forever, right? So yeah, I'm not worried about the touchdown Shiloh gave up. I'm not worried about it. Everything is going to get better. Everything it's like just think about it. It's a well-oiled machine. That's only going to get better. But they beat a good team today, man. That's what happened. They beat a great team that competed in the national championship last year, even though it's not the same team, but they're still a good team though. And they came out with that score, man. You see that score? Golly. Did you see that score, man? And you see Shador on the sideline just looking cool as fuck. Who cares? They didn't even care if it was like 100 degrees out there. Most of them boys is from the South anyway, so that wasn't a factor. Man, I tell you, man, if anybody want to come on right now and let me just open it up. And don't get crazy now, but let me just open it up. Let me just open up the StreamYard. If anybody want to come on and give your thoughts, because they have just put the Pac-12 on notice. You hear what I'm telling you? Jimmy Horn, did you see him catch that touchdown? Did you see it? Did you see how beautiful it was? He said, "Oh, Shador, you going to your left? Okay, let me roll over and help you out." And boom, caught the touchdown because he saw Shador rolling. Because Shador, he rolled to his right? Then he turned around and rolled to his left. He said, "Okay, I got you, number 2," and caught it. He's going to be an NFL player one day. Xavier Weaver, this is his last year. He's an NFL player. Dylan Edwards, oh my God, he's just a freshman. He's an NFL player. Travis Hunter's an NFL player. Shador, of course. You got so many. Oh man, it's just I don't even know what to tell you guys, yo. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you, man. Devin, I don't know what to take over, Devin.
Man, I've been watching well off.
Devin, just take it over, man, because I'm a loss for words, Devin.
Man, I've been watching well off all summer, bro. I've been telling these boys. I told all my homeboys.
Yo, every time well off come with 100 mil, I need it.
Man, 100 mil, I need it. Yes, sir. Look, and he said, just like he said, they ain't have faith in me, but I stayed on go. I told y'all, bro. I've been telling everybody, Colorado gonna shock the world this year, man. Sure, they're gonna win Heisman this year. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. That was the best game I seen, bro. I'm so happy right now, bro.
Oh yeah, for me, what I'm gonna do is just to enjoy this season. I'm taking it one game at a time.
Yeah.
And I like how well off put their videos out, because if we feel like we're a part of the team.
Exactly.
And look, let me tell you what they did for a couple YouTubers. You watch Life in Football?
I watch. Yep, sure.
Yo, they let him on the sidelines.
Exactly.
That's how good that team, man. They're good, man. It's nothing good but good is gonna come to them, man.
Nothing but good. And man, I'm telling you, man, I was just well off. I've literally watched him since he was at Jackson State, bro. Literally have watched him since he was at Jackson State. I support everything he's doing. This gonna be a good year. This amazing, bro. And this good thing's gonna come out of Colorado for real. They're gonna change the game, 100%.
And they're getting healthier, because we got some players that are still coming back from rehab.
Right.
And they're only gonna add depth to the team as well.
Who is that linebacker that we just got from Tennessee?
Oh my God.
Exactly. Because Bentley gonna get. I think Bentley would be out, or him. I couldn't really tell who was doing worse, but one of them two got to be out. And that boy,
you're talking about Juju.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still learning. They say he's still coming along. He's learning the playbook. He should be there by week 2 or 3. I would say week 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see if he was on the kickoff team. I was trying to look
tell.
to see.
I'm disappointed in JB. JB didn't play today, so he didn't have the best offseason.
I believe he was on the special teams.
Yeah, I seen him on special teams, but he didn't get no snaps on D. And I'm shallow, man. It's gonna be. I think he can catch up, but they're gonna take a look at that other safety spot. You still got Simon Craig, and you got Ward back there too. So
yeah, you got Simon Craig, and you also Travis J is still rehabbing.
That's who's gonna really take that spot. I forgot about Travis J. That's exactly who's gonna take it. As soon as he get back, I forgot about him. You're right.
Travis J is still. I'm not sure what his when he's gonna actually come back, but we deep in that spot, so I'm not worried about it. And we played a great team today.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Easily
hey, what's up, Vegan Warrior?
Yeah, easily a great team, bro. I've been watching you too, bro.
Yeah.
I've been watching you too, man. That was a good game right there. We're gonna see who gonna win that competition though. It's gonna be next week. Will be a week they can get healthy because Nebraska looks horrible. So I think they'll be straight next week.
I would look for the point spread to be more respectable, favoring Colorado for the Nebraska game.
Yeah, I'm thinking -4.
Because now we got some data to work with, and they got a chance to look at the possibilities of that offense. So look for that point spread to be respectable.
That's an NFL offense right there, man. They spreaded the field so crazy. That was just.
Well, Coach Prime is treating them like they're pros. The way he conducts his practice.
Easily.
Yeah, they work harder than the team. Remember at the last well-off media game, the defensive coordinator said that team stopped practicing last Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, man, that was no. You don't do that. You practice to the last hour.
Right.
But you need that fitness.
Yep. And they were, that's another thing, man. They were in so much shape, but we knew this just from watching the offseason videos. They are well above, like, their shape level is beyond any other team I've seen for the first week. That was crazy.
Somebody said why McClain didn't play. I mean, they're working him. I mean, he's just a freshman. So they're working him. He'll be there. He'll be there eventually.
Yeah, he's still a
I didn't
freshman.
see him on special teams. I was looking for him, but most you see most of the players on special teams.
Yeah, nah, I ain't seen him at all. He didn't play.
Hey,
But
Vegan Warrior, I'm sorry, I see you there.
but you
Oh
got
no,
Luke on the
you
other
good,
side.
man. I'm listening.
Oh, what's up, bro? I ain't even see you in here neither. You can go ahead and talk, bro. We just talking.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad to check in with you all. I've been following all your videos. You've been keeping me up on the bus, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a former HBCU All CIAA middle linebacker.
Oh, okay. What school you went to?
I went to Virginia State.
Okay, you out here in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm in
I
Virginia.
live probably maybe 30 minutes from Virginia State.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Petersburg. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The one thing I always loved prom. You know, we grew up because I'm old school. I played late '80s, early '90s,
Okay.
and the one message he put out there from the beginning is that you need to learn to respect HBCU. They've
Yes,
been
sir.
disrespecting HBCU since I was 18 years old in the '80s,
That's right.
and we had a scrimmage once against a Division I school, and we blew them out. And they never played us again, and
I
that was in
believe that.
'88.
Yep.
So they deliberately keep the HBCUs in its own little box, and they recruit the talent that comes out of the hood, and they put it in these Division I schools, so they can say that the skill set is not there for HBCUs, when really it is there. The resources are not there. They've never been there.
Right.
And a lot of times they're treated like they're second tier, when really there's a ton of talent coming out of HBCUs, you know.
Right.
And Prime is bringing that whole argument back to life.
Yes, he
You know,
is.
because he's coming from Jackson State. So now they got to respect him for two reasons. One, he got a gold jacket, and two, he's a winning coach. So when they was talking crazy about him, it just goes back to that whole argument. They don't want to elevate HBCUs, and they don't want to bring attention there. But Prime has forced them to pay attention. You know, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right. I get it.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. There's a lot of messages being put out there than just winning a football game.
Yep.
There's a lot going on right now.
There was a lot said today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there were some statements made. Even when they tried to say his alma mater was Florida State, he corrected them. He's keeping the discussion of where our talent comes from in our culture.
Right.
You know, he's keeping that alive, and they want to squash it, and they want to focus on his gold jacket, but they don't want to focus. He got his college coaching experience at an HBCU.
At a HBCU. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
there's a
lot going on here, man. There's a lot going on here than just winning football games.
There's another coach that's in the wings right now that's probably going to get an opportunity at a Power 5. That's Eddie George. And you know, he's in the HBCU.
Really? Eddie George, the football player?
Eddie George, yeah. He's
wow.
He's the head coach.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
man.
He's
There's
out
a lot going on here.
And hopefully some more gold jackets or some more former NFL players start going to the HBCUs.
Right.
We have a few there now. Eddie Robinson Jr., he played in the NFL.
Right.
So we have a few NFL coaches in the HBCU. You know, the thing is about the HBCU, the kids choose to go there.
Right.
They want to go to the HBCU for the experience. You know, the bands, they got the best bands in the world, the best atmosphere. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was being recruited from Penn State, Syracuse, and a couple of big schools. But in the late 80s, it was all about the HBCUs.
Right.
So when I came out of high school in '87, Bill Cosby was telling me, you need to go to HBCU.
Right.
That was the message in '87.
You remember back then we used to wear the HBCU sweaters? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they
blacker the college, sweeter the knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got drawn in that because I came out of all-black high school. So I was like, I might as well go to an all-black college. So
Right.
when I had a choice between Purdue and Virginia State looked more appealing to me than Purdue back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what I did. You know what I mean? So and throughout the years it has changed because a lot of the players see more opportunity to go to the pros if they go Division I. You
Right.
know, and but like you said earlier, man, Jerry Rice. I mean, all these great players have come out of HBCUs, and it gets downplayed as if they're the exception. Where really there's a ton of great players in HBCU.
That's
I mean,
correct.
think about it. Think about it this way: Prime didn't win the championship twice to HBCUs.
Right. Yeah, it's by
So the
design.
2 times he win, he lost.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
tells you how good the talent is. And so he was capitalizing off of portal and bringing great players to Jackson State. He still couldn't win the chip.
Right.
So that tells you the level of talent and the level of coaching ability on the HBCU level as well. I mean, that team that beat Jackson State last year, they could have beat Colorado, that 1-11 Colorado team.
Yeah, they could have beat them. Jackson State could have beat them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jackson State could have beat them. The team that beat Jackson State, was it North Carolina Central?
They could have beat them.
They could have beat them.
Yep.
So there's teams on the HBC level that can definitely compete, especially with the bottom 5 teams that's in these big Division I schools.
Right.
And all they got is pure talent. You know what I mean? They got pure talent. They don't even got nice uniforms. They ain't got nice cleats. They ain't got nice stadiums, and they'll still beat the lower tier Division I schools.
That's correct.
You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on here preaching, but you saying some good stuff, man.
You know another thing is
yeah,
he has a formula. And he mentioned it in I don't know if he mentioned it in the interview with the recent interview, but he mentioned the formula. He said, I have a formula. I get a certain amount of grad students.
Yeah.
And I get a certain amount of junior college, and I get a certain amount of freshmen.
Right.
Yeah, he has a formula. He has players out there that has 4 and 5 years of experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly. You said, what was it, 60, 40, 20 or something?
Something like that. He mentioned it. It was like 60, 40 something.
Yeah.
And he looks at the stats, and they have some type of metric system that they look at to see if the player is starting to peak. There's something advanced that he's doing that he's not saying, but it's a lot more to the recruiting than he's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And every year that formula changes, I believe he said.
Yeah.
So,
he recruited.
Like this year,
he recruited Jimmy Horn to come to Jackson State, but Jimmy Horn Jr. decided to go to South Florida. So he already knew Jimmy Horn already.
Right.
And knew what he can do.
Yeah. His formula, because of the first year he wanted to win, he went heavy on experience.
Yes.
So that's why he has so many grad students, so many seniors, and so I think it's part of that 60% formula. But then next year he'll get more freshmen, less grad students, because those people in the middle will be moving up to the senior ranks.
Right.
And then every year he just keeps changing the formula until he just has a winning team.
Right. And that's what he's going to do. He'll keep tweaking it until by year 3, they're going to be in the talks of the top 5. Just like Michael Irvin said, you give him 1, 2, or 3 years, he's getting ready to set to win it all. It's just that he got to get everything tweaked.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest challenge I see, and Chip Beller's show, wide receiver, I forgot his name. He broke it down. In about 3 years, the NFL coming for him.
Yeah, I know there was some.
They coming for him. Yeah, they coming for him.
It'll probably be Dallas.
Yeah,
I know it'll probably be Jerry Jones to try to get him.
Jerry Jones definitely. He's the type that would, or maybe in Atlanta. You know, somebody that they know that. Can you see Atlanta coming for Prime? And it'd be hard for him to say no.
You know, it'll have to come down to what he want to do. If he feels like his calling is to help younger people, so he might stay in college. I could see
Yeah.
him just staying in college, you know, and helping young people out. And I could see him at least honoring his contract. He probably will stay just about 5 years. He'll stay there, and we'll
Is his
see what happens.
contract 5? Is his
I think
contract
so.
5 or 3? Or 3?
It's either 3 to 5. I think it's 5.
Okay.
He has a lot of
Yeah.
incentives as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I really can't call it. If he decides to entertain the NFL, I'm not going to knock him, you know, but we'll see what he does. But he's definitely there's a method to his madness, though. He's not this wasn't no mistake today that they ran up that score like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire time I couldn't believe the coverage. The coverage was just pissing me off. I'm like, are y'all paying attention?
Yeah.
If they were paying attention, they would have known this was going to be a dogfight.
Yep. I said it was going to be a barn burner.
Exactly. You know what I mean? For them to predict the way that they predict, and you know what I hate? I hate the passive aggressive commentators. They said, "Well, Prom is such a great. Oh, he was a great player. He did really well at the HBCU level.
Right.
And they do this passive aggressive and almost condescending discussion as if he's not a real coach.
Yep.
But now they're gonna all be on his jock now. They're gonna all be on his jock. You know, and it's irritating. You know, why someone with his stature wouldn't get consideration like some of these other coaches in the league.
Yep. That's how it is, you know. That's how it is.
I mean, there was so many positives in this game, man. Dylan Edwards, oh my God, you know.
Oh
when
man,
fumbled,
Dylan Edwards ran wild, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see when he fumbled, right?
Right.
Prime pulled him over.
Yes.
Went helmet to helmet with him.
Yes.
And told him, don't worry about it, give him a hug. And the next series he got in, he scored a touchdown.
Yep, and he ran that ball back. Yeah, he had to calm him down and say, look, don't worry about it. You learn from it, have some amnesia, and go out there and do it again. I believe in it.
Absolutely.
Imagine a gold jacket in your face telling you that.
That's crazy.
Hey, QJ Smith said the Raiders will definitely get Dion and Shador. Brady owned part of the Raiders, and Shador is the face of Brady's brand. I don't know. We'll see.
What?
Thank you, QJ.
Yeah, that'll be.
I didn't know Brady. Let me see again. Let me read this. Brady. I didn't know he owned a part of the Raiders. I didn't know that. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I honestly think Shador is a junior. I think he's going to come back for his senior campaign. And I know definitely Travis coming back. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
So
well, that's what makes me think. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, what are you saying?
That's what makes me think he might go to the NFL. He may follow Shador.
We'll see. Yeah, that could be a possibility.
You know what I mean? He might go to the NFL as a package deal with his son. Yeah. That'll be gangster.
Yeah, I don't know. I like what he's building up there at Colorado, man. And you know, it's crazy because Auburn had a chance to get him. And a few others. I mean, South Florida, he didn't get that job. I know they're sitting there shaking their head now.
Yep.
Like, think about all he bring to the table. Like when he went to Colorado, it was an instant upgrade. Their merch sales went through the roof.
Yep.
Their ticket sales went through the roof. Season ticket holders stayed. Man, they got a bona fide squad up there now, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's proven the college establishment, the good old boy network, is BS, and it's been BS for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
And he just went against the grain, and he's showing them, letting them know they ain't the smartest people in the room anymore.
No, they're not. How do you think that team feel in that locker room right now? How you think they must feel right now? They
on a high, man.
How you think the freshman Dylan Edwards is feeling right now? The true
That's
freshman.
crazy. Yeah. Hey, I had a situation like this once, just to tell you an old war story. In '89, I was starting middle linebacker at Virginia State, and Howard University had the largest offensive line in the country. Division I, Division II, they had the biggest boys from tight end to tight end in the country. Their line was so big that they were on the national news, and they were all being interviewed because back then it was a big deal to have over 300-pound linemen, right?
Right.
The week after their interview, we had to play them for homecoming.
Man.
The week after the interview, bro. And anyway, make a long story short, they showed up in our house, and we beat the hell out of them, and they was undefeated. They were bigger than us.
Right.
They had NFL prospects. Everybody was hyping them up on the news. Everybody all week was teasing us, talking about how we were going to lose on homecoming, the whole nine, and we beat the dog snuff out of them. My point is, like you said earlier, football is 90% mental. When you believe you are going to win and you have a purpose, you will win if you stick to it and don't give up on your belief.
Right.
And you prepare properly. But if you go in there with any doubt, that's when you lose.
Right.
This team today did not have any doubt. When they were down, they just came back and scored. They went down again, they came back and scored.
Right.
That's because at no point did they ever believe they were going to lose that game. That's what happens in football.
Ali didn't have no doubt that he was going to beat Foreman either.
Exactly.
Everybody in the world had Ali losing to George Foreman. Everybody.
Yep.
And what did he say at the end? He said, "I'm a bad man." He said, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your hands can't hit, what your eyes can't see." He said, "I'm pretty." Yeah, man. You got to believe it. Yeah, they believe, man. They just kept coming back. And Shador was just calm. He's been, we're used to it. We see him at Jackson State. We know how calm he is. And we know that he has great vision and he has a laser for an arm. We know that.
Right.
Maybe just the rest of the people weren't on their radar, I guess.
Right.
And they say, well, he's coming to the Power 5. He got to prove himself. Well, football is football to me. Like you said, they don't give HBCU that much credit. They might have to entertain it again and go back.
Absolutely.
Again. Last year's draft, they only had one HBCU player drafted, and that's the kid from Jackson State.
Yep, that's because they don't even look.
Yeah,
they don't look. You got to do something exceptional, or there has to be some type of connect. Somebody got to connect. Like when I played, it was a guy that I came in with. His name was James Brown, and he was a left tackle, 6'6", 310 pounds. And when they came to look, they only looked at him. They didn't look at nobody else. And we were a winning team, you know.
Yeah.
And it was only like one or two scouts, and then he winded up making the draft for Dallas.
Yep.
So it's like they don't give a damn about HBCU. It's almost like they deliberately don't want to recruit out of HBCU. And it's not because of talent, folks. If you're listening, HBCU is not a second-tier league.
Nope.
Most of the teams, many of the teams, at least the bottom 5% of the teams that you see play on TV, every single week, there's an HBCU team out there that can beat them. And I'm saying bottom 5. So teams that go 6-6, they have the potential of being beat by HBCU. A team that might even be 7-5, they got a potential. The top HBC unit can beat that 7-5 team.
Right.
You know, but people don't know that because they don't get the airtime. They don't get the respect. They don't get the support, financial support. We don't have boosters that pour money into the program for TV time and all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it comes down to resources. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So don't never sleep on a HBCU, ever. And that's because HBCU captures the pure talent out of our communities. A lot of these kids don't have the SAT scores to go to a Division I school, so they just default to a Division II HBCU. But they got the skills to play in Division I.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why a lot of these kids transfer from a Division II school their second or third year into the Division I because they didn't have the grades to get into the Division I school.
You know, one of the starting guards, I believe he's a guard. He played guard today or tackle. He played he played with Coach Prime last year, Willis Patrick.
Uh-huh.
And he's on the TCU squad. He's starting.
Yep.
Yeah, it just that he
Absolutely.
chose to play with Coach Prime, but he could have easily stayed in the Power 5 if he wanted to. Most of the
Exactly.
players that played at Jackson State last year, their team is pretty good this year, actually.
Yeah.
Jackson State
Yeah,
did good in their first game.
Oh, yeah, they blew out South Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm following them too to see how their season goes.
And you know what? Like I said, there's many issues involved here, not just winning football games. The legacy that Prime left behind in Jackson State was kind of being overlooked when he left. When he left, everybody, oh, why he leaving? He's selling out. I'm like, no, he ain't selling out. He set the standard. He laid the foundation. Now somebody else needs to come in and keep it going, and it seems like they're doing that in Jackson State. But
right, TC Taylor.
And now he's going to do the same thing in Colorado because I don't know. I don't think he's going to stay there longer than 5 years. I'm saying 3 to 5 years. He's going on to the next big thing. But when he leaves, he's going to leave it a certain way, where he's made it better, and someone else just needs to come in and pick up the ball and run with it.
Right.
I think that's his ultimate goal. You know, I think a lot of what he's doing now is because his kids are playing the game. You know, his record is when my kids go, I go. That's kind of his record. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm glad.
So what happens if his kids go to the NFL? He going to the NFL.
You think so? You think he's going to go?
It would be the ultimate trifecta, right? He mastered high school. He mastered college. He needs to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. That would be the next big jump.
Damn, if he
assuming he gets to a national championship.
If he does that, can he possibly go into the Hall of Fame as a coach and player? He can't go in twice. He's already there. He'll probably go in as a coach in the NCAA. He'll go in the Hall of Fame. If he wins 10 games this year, he already coach of the year. They have to give him coach of the year this year. If he wins 10 games, he's coach of the year already. He's definitely wrapped up coach of the year, comeback team of the year. Yeah, definitely. But I like what I see so far. Mm-hmm.
You bring up a very good point. Wearing a gold jacket as a player is not the same as wearing a gold jacket as a coach.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that because I know he's already in. If he do something like that and win a Super Bowl as a coach and did all this in college, man, they, like Michael Irvin said, his greatest masterpiece is coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, they just have so many weapons on offense. It's just ridiculous. They just got to. The major thing is, they just got to stay healthy.
If that kid McCaskill comes back, oh my God,
it's going to be ridiculous.
And he's healthy, and he comes back. I'm telling you, I mean, he's probably the best running back, all-purpose. You know, because they all got their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, all their strengths. We ain't seen too many weaknesses. But he's the one that's the package. He's the package that can do everything. You know, McCaskill is a problem, bro.
Yeah, and he's a physical back too. It's hard to bring him down.
Right.
Yeah, he had a great campaign in Houston.
Yep, absolutely.
But I like Coach Prime is being patient with him. He's like, look, I want the whole movie. I don't want just a commercial.
Oh, you know it's crazy. Did you hear him say what we're about to do will become a movie one day? Did you
Yeah, he
hear him when
said
he
that.
said that?
Yeah, he said
I
that.
mean, I think he said that for a reason. He planted the seed, bro.
Yeah.
If he has a a Cinderella, or Cinderella's not a good word, a dream season, and just shatter all these records, and his son becomes a Heisman, or Travis Hunter becomes a Heisman winner. They make it to the playoffs or make it to a championship. Somebody gonna make a movie about this.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
And
Most
I
definitely a
can see
movie
the
will be
setting
made.
now. The setting will start with him at Jackson State.
Yeah, I could see
and,
that.
and, and getting the phone call, we want you to come to Colorado, and they just map it out in a movie. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's a movie. It's
I
a
definitely could see a movie being made.
Yep.
Shit, they made a movie today.
So
A whole movie was made today. It was a
absolutely.
barn burner, but they pulled it out. It was a barn burner. They pulled it out.
If they beat Nebraska, which they should, because I don't think Nebraska is going to be ready. I think TCU was more prepared. It's probably going to be better prepared than Nebraska is going to be, in my opinion. When they beat them, the entire world's going to be focused on them for the rest of the season.
Right.
If not now.
Yeah, see, with the Nebraska game, the Nebraska is going to heavily look at this game for some data to see what they can try to do to stop these wide receivers. Now, if you notice, they lined up with 3 wide receivers on one side. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. You have athletes on each side of the ball, and then you got Dylan Edwards in the backfield. You throw into him in the flat, it's dangerous because he got legitimate 4.3 speed.
Absolutely.
So they're gonna look at that and see how they're gonna try to stop that. I have them as the favorite of winning that game, the Nebraska game.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be as high scoring with both teams. I think the defense is going to work out the kinks. They're not going to give up that many points again.
Yeah, they definitely going to tweak it in practice. Like, look, we gave up all these points. We're going to make some tweaks and changes, and we're going to come back even stronger. And once they get everybody healthy on defense, they're going to be just that much better.
Yeah, TCU was a powerhouse, bro. That team was strong.
They were strong, and they were. They just kept coming back and scoring. I'm like, damn, they keep scoring here. I'm like, okay. And then,
Yeah, they said they scored 5 times out of 6 drives.
Yeah, it was a really
in the second half.
Yep.
In the second half, 5 times they scored. They scored 5 times out of 6 drives. I believe that's what I heard.
Yeah, it definitely was a high scoring game. And
yeah.
But if Colorado could tweak it where they can keep that score down respectively going for the rest of the season, they're gonna really make some noise, man.
Absolutely.
I'm not worried about their offense. I'm not worried about. And we're gonna have more players coming back and getting healthy. So yeah, I'm definitely.
Did we get a lot of work out of I can't remember his name, number 4.
Oh, you talking about Javon Antonio?
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of work out of him today, did we?
He was in a game. I'm glad he didn't get hurt because when Dylan ran into his leg, oh my God, my heart stopped. My heart dropped.
Oh, okay.
Because
that was his leg? Okay.
Yeah, when Dylan remember when Dylan fumbled the ball? When they ruled it a fumble, he ran into Antonio's leg. I'm glad he didn't get hurt. I was like, okay, he got up. He's not limping. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's a big target.
Yeah, I think they focused on him because he didn't get too many grabs today, right?
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
but trust me, that's pending. Wait for the next game. He'll get him.
Yeah, because he's a problem. He's a problem.
Yeah, he's a problem.
I heard a statistic. I don't know if it's true. They said 3 receivers got over 100 yards in receptions.
Shador is ridiculous. He's ridiculous with his arm, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had 3 receivers.
500 yards.
Right. So 3 receivers got over 100 yards.
Is that I didn't look at the stats yet. That's what they
Jimmy
said?
Horn, Travis Hunter, and number 10.
Dylan Edwards?
No, number 10.
Number 10? Weaver. Xavier Weaver.
Weaver. Those 3 receivers, I believe, got over 100 yards in reception.
Yeah, and then somebody said they Dylan also scared me in the first series when he twisted his knee and he had to walk off the field. Yeah, that scared me too. And then also Tavares Dawson when he got hit in the back. I was like, okay, I need them to be healthy, man. I don't want nobody getting hurt. So, but they seem to be okay. They seem to be okay. And that's the reason why we need that depth. Like Coach Prime said, it's going to be a tough, long season. So we need it. Mostly everybody's going to get touches eventually when this year, before this year is over. Everybody's going to get out there.
Yeah.
But Shador, okay, I think people say he threw for over 500. Yeah, man, he's
510.
510.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good Heisman showing. Very good. And how much did the USC quarterback throw for? Anybody know for his first game?
I thought he was 3 something.
Okay, yeah. See, Shador's in the top. He's in the top in the Pac-12 as quarterbacks. I don't know why. I mean, the only reason why he wasn't in the top because he came from Jackson State. But now they have to say it now. You know what? Let me hold on. Give it to the 3rd or 4th game because he's going to keep throwing for that many yards. So after that, they're going to be like, okay, now we got him in the top echelon in the Pac-12, if not the whole college football.
Right.
And Smoke didn't play, but we still have Smoke. I don't know if he was injured or whatever, but we still have him. We got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, Smoke is a problem.
And also you got to go with how the game is flowing. So Dylan was having a good game. So there was no need to take him out too much because he was hot. So they got to keep him in the game. So
yeah, I seen him put that one kid in number 44, the walk-on.
Oh, at number 44?
Yeah, he's running back.
That is Arfendal? Charlie?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Did they put him in the game?
Yeah, I think he got 1 or 2 carries.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. He had a great training camp. He had a great spring game. He had a great summer session 1 and 2. He runs hard.
Yeah.
So good that he got in the game. I saw Jordan Dominic on the special teams got a big tackle there. I saw him. He damn near took somebody's head off. I saw that Jordan. He's pretty fast. And then also Demoy Kennedy too. I saw that. Those guys are fast, man.
Yeah. The boys are hungry, man.
Yeah.
If Shador can put up 45, actually, Travis Hunter dropped a touchdown pass, right? Remember that?
You're talking about when in that fade pass?
I don't know if it was a fade pass, but he did a diving pass. He dove for one, and he ain't bobble it. He dropped it. I
saw that one. Yeah.
We were up 7-0, and we could have went up 14-0, but he literally dropped the pass in the end zone, right? He had to stretch out for it.
And guess what he did? Then he came back and got an interception.
Right. But the point I was going to make is if he would have made that catch, Shador would have put up 52 points.
Damn.
He would have put up 52 points if that one catch would have been made.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. His arm, he has a laser for an arm.
Yep.
I like that. I like that one play when he rolled to his right. He didn't see anything, and then he rolled to his left, and then Jimmy Horn made his adjustment, and he was wide open in the end zone.
Perfect.
It was beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. That was a pro play. It was beautiful to watch.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's a lot of these guys are getting. Prime is getting them ready for the NFL.
Yeah, he said it. And 52 points and almost 600 yards in the air. It's
Yep,
ridiculous.
that's exactly what that would have been. Because I think the pass was like 40-yard pass that Travis Hunter he stretched out in the end zone and he wasn't able to pull it in.
That's what you call the man was zoned out. He was in a zone.
Yeah.
He was totally in the zone. He, like I said, his major asset is his wit, his his smarts, and also his vision. And then number three, he has a laser.
Is there anyone else in college football that's being looked at for the Heisman that goes both ways? I can't think of anybody.
Not that I know of.
So that by itself distinguishes Travis.
Yeah, he's doing what Champ Bailey was doing.
Uh-huh.
He played just as many reps as Champ Bailey today.
I heard over 100 reps today.
Well, that was more than Champ Bailey. Yeah, he's doing more than, and then he did it in the heat. He did more than what Champ Bailey did.
Yeah. So is it true that he did over 100 reps or somewhere
I'm not
around
sure.
there?
I got to look at the stats, but it was well over 50. It was well over maybe 60, well over that. Well, Charles Woodson, right? Charles Woodson.
Yeah,
well
Charles Woodson.
He did Charles Woodson numbers.
Yeah.
Actually,
crazy,
he did
bro.
more than Charles Woodson. Actually, he did more than Charles Woodson today.
That's
what
crazy.
he did was just unbelievable. I mean, he did come out when he dropped that pass. Remember, he was on the sidelines. He was mad. He came out. And then it was another play where he called himself out. I don't know if he was like cramping up or something. He called himself out and then he went back in.
Yep. He dropped. He had one pick, but he dropped 2 picks.
Oh my God.
He could have had 3 picks in this game.
Jeez, it's crazy, man.
I'm telling you, man, this boy is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem.
He is 100%. They pulled a heist. I had said in my video, I said they're getting ready to pull a heist.
Yeah.
In college football, it's a heist going on. And Coach Prime is just sitting. Did you see him at the end of the game? He did the prime.
Yeah.
Coach Prime did the prime step. He did the prime for a little bit. Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody that had the balls to dump the bucket on them, but I figured they wouldn't.
Oh, the bucket. I had said the bucket will come right when they win the Pac-12. They got to do the Bill Parcells. That's what that's what started with Bill Parcells.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember Pepper Johnson? Pepper Johnson used to come with the ice, and Lawrence Taylor used to keep them distracted.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, if the players, if y'all ever hear this, y'all got to dump the ice on them. Y'all got to do it. It's retro. Y'all got to do it for him.
He probably get mad and he probably don't want them to do it till they win the championship.
Yeah, they gotta be in championship contention.
Yeah,
they gotta win the Pac-12.
They do it just for a game. They do it just for a game. He probably gonna run the hell out of them.
Bro, I took a long shot. I took a shot bet for them to win the Pac-12. And
nice.
If they win the Pac-12, that'll be a really good payday.
Well, who's the biggest challenge? USC?
For the Utah had a good showing against Florida.
Yeah, it would be Utah.
And they didn't. I don't think Cam Rising played, did he? And they did pretty good against Florida. Then you got USC. Who else? You got. I mean, the Pac-12 they got some respectable teams there. Obviously I like USC. I see what Utah did in their game. They listen. They have a very respectable schedule here. That schedule they have is very hard, and they gotta play Oregon too. They gonna mop the floor with Oregon. Remember I said that, y'all. I got that circle on my calendar too. That Oregon game. So I would say Utah, USC. Did Oregon play today yet? I haven't even looked. I haven't even watched any other game yet.
Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to look at some of these other teams because the only thing I looked at all spring, all summer is CU. I didn't look at nobody else. So
Corey said here he just won $644 on Colorado at the MGM Grand, straight money line. Go Buffs. Thank you, Corey, for the 5. The reason why you won that is because the point spread was so high. They didn't. Nobody. None of the people that were betting had them winning this game. They had them losing by 20. 20. What is it? 20.5. I think it went down a little bit, but I think it kind of stayed around 20.5 as far as the point spread. So, I mean, listen. That point spread won't be like that next week.
Yeah, because they stupid. They underestimating teams and shit.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, man. You got to have somebody come along to finally say, listen, it didn't matter if these guys played at the HBCU. I think he ultimately had to make that decision to leave. I mean, he had Travis Hunter, Shador, and his son. He had to put them in the best chance possible to get to the next level as far as the NFL. So I wasn't knocking him that he left Jackson State. I thought it was a really good move. So,
well, I was one of those people where when he announced it, I was like, okay, he's going to a bigger league.
Yeah,
but then I wanted to look at it and see why he wanted to do it, right?
Yeah.
If he was chasing a bag, I probably would have criticized him. But when he explained why he was leaving, I was like, oh, okay, go ahead, Prime.
I mean, it was a good.
The moment he explained himself, the moment I understood it. You know what I mean?
Another thing is I like that Colorado pretty much gave him the keys to do what he had to do to bring the squad in.
Exactly.
So
he didn't sell out.
In a really good position.
Exactly. He didn't sell out. He got what he wanted to build what he wanted. So I was like, okay, go ahead with your bad self. And they don't give coaches that much leverage.
Right.
The leverage that they gave Prime, you don't see that. It's rare unless you got like a powerhouse coach coming in.
Yeah, like a
that's already or Nick Saban or somebody like that. They'll give those guys whatever they want.
Right.
But for Prime to come from where he came from and them to literally turn everything over to him is unprecedented,
Yeah.
And if you notice, Prime, the first person he thanked was CU for giving him the opportunity to build his team. You know? So man.
Athletic director Rick George.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, they hugged on the sidelines after the game. He was in tears, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what the real issue is here? We hear people make claims all the time, especially with the social media. People grandstanding and saying who they are and what they gonna do and this and that. Very rarely do you ever get an opportunity to see somebody back up their words. Actually say what they gonna do and go out and actually do it. Yep. How often do we see that? Most people are full of BS, right? Most people talk the talk but can't walk the walk. Dion is an old school player, old school coach, old school mentality, where back in the day we didn't have social media. We didn't have people watching us play all over the world on your computer or your cell phone. We didn't have no cell phones back then.
Right.
And you weren't able to get that kind of support. So now that social media is in place and you have this ability to put your face on the screen, what you say should be backed up by your actions. And I think that's where the younger generations miss out on. They think it's all about faking the funk, fake it until you make it kind of strategy of working their way through life, But in reality, you got to be able to back up what you say. If you say you're going to do something, you need to go and do it.
Put the work in.
Exactly. People nowadays have the luxury of getting on the boob tube or the idiot box or the cell phone or their computer, and they can say whatever they want without being held accountable.
Yeah, you know what I want to say to that?
Yeah.
These young men on Colorado, they put that work in.
Exactly.
They put it in. Yep.
Exactly. So it's almost like Prime twisted this around to say, okay, we're going to introduce you guys to the world. We're going to give you an opportunity to become popular and people follow you and get to know who you are, but you're going to back it up in real life as well.
Yep, they doing it.
You know what I mean? That's what's missing in our society today. People are not being forced to back up their words. They can get on here and say anything about anybody. Colorado is not going to win a game this year. I don't like Deion. He brags too much. And this and that and blah, blah, blah. It's easy to say that until they can back it up. And once they back it up, your criticism means nothing.
You know what I wanted to say to that? They can
Yeah.
talk all they want, but we don't have to listen.
Yeah.
I just tune that stuff out. When I hear stuff like, I just tune it out. I'm
Yep.
just like, I like this is what I like though. You mentioned social media. What Well Off Media is doing, Deion Sanders Jr. is doing is remarkable because he brought a fan base in and made us feel like we were part of the team. They don't show you
Right.
everything. Like I said before, they don't show you the whole ingredients. They don't show you the full recipe. They just show you enough. You know, they just show you enough and to make you feel like you're a part of it. And that's a part of their package, you know, and I like that. I really like this team. They brought like I said, life in football. They had him on the sidelines. They were treating him like he was a part of the team, man. That I love that. I love when I saw him on that sidelines, man. I like, yeah, it's on today. This is gonna be a good day. When I saw him on the sidelines and how happy he was, I said it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a real. I hope they had him in the locker room afterwards, because man, this, you know. And then right when the team got off the bus to go into the stadium, he was right there. And then I saw Kermani McLean come up to him. Man, it's a very special team. They're the only team that's doing it like this. Other teams got social media too, but they embrace, Coach Prime embraced social media a little differently. He's using it to his advantage, and I really like it. Hey man, I don't want to hold you. I gotta make a run.
Okay.
But
it was a pleasure talking to you, bro.
Hey, hopefully I'll see you the next game. After the game we'll chop it up.
All right, appreciate it. Nice meeting you.
All right, nice meeting you too.
All right, peace.
Peace. That's what I like right there. Reminds me of a barbershop conversation, old school, man. I ain't gonna hold you guys too long. Just my last closing thoughts. I just can't imagine how those young men must feel right now. They are the men on campus. You hear me? Everybody on campus know who they are now. Everybody know what they have in Shedeur now. All the questions were answered. They know what they have. He's one of the top, if not the best quarterback in the Pac-12. They know that now. They know what they have now. And they know what they have in Dylan Edwards, Savion Wilkerson, Hankerson, Xavier Weaver, Jimmy Horn Jr., of course, Travis Hunter, and the list goes on and on. You guys have a legitimate ball. Y'all got a squad. So the questions were answered. Y'all know that now. They just literally just went toe to toe with a team that was in the national title. So there you go. I'm gonna take it week by week. You know, this is gonna be a long season. You know, take it week by week, and we're gonna see what happens. But I'm expecting them to be on the top of that Pac-12. I don't care what anybody say. You know, some people say, yeah, I give them 6. I know I give them the Pac-12. I don't give them 6 wins. Not with this type of talent. They're electrifying. What you saw today was electrifying on both sides. They kept going ping-ponging. That's what you saw. And you saw a quarterback that did not get rattled. He got sacked a couple of times. Didn't matter. Okay, we caught a penalty. You got us back 15 yard, 10 yard. Don't matter. I'm about to throw it to Xavier Weaver. I'm about to throw it to Jimmy Horn. They'll catch it, and we'll get our first down back. Okay? Coach Prime, every last one of those kickers, they got burned today, didn't they? Every last one of them. He even let Mata kick one. Jace Philly finally did get that long field goal. He did. The first one got blocked, but he redeemed himself, didn't he? And even had the other kicker in to do a kickoff. So he let them all play, man. So, yeah, man, that's it, man. next week after the game, I'll be back. And that's the Nebraska game. That's at home. I'm not going to be able to make that game. USC is looking like a little bit more probable for me. The ticket situation, I think it's sold out though. So I waited too late. Somebody I know, they was trying to get me tickets, but I think it's sold out. So, but it's all good. I can watch it right here and talk to you guys. But they are now the greatest show in town. All eyes are on Colorado. They the biggest thing right now. And then you don't hear too many people talking about Alabama right now, do you? Or Georgia, the defending. No, you're talking about Colorado. That's the prime effect. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. I will catch you again soon. I'm about to go look at some more coverage. I got to make a run, but see what everybody else is talking about and look at some of the people that's there. I know Life in Football is there right now. Who else? John the Liquidator is there. Life in Football is there. And I think another person is there. But I'm gonna see what they have. See what Chico talking about. He gonna break down what he saw from the perspective of a former college player. So I'm gonna be looking at so make sure you check him out. Big Dog Chico, Life in Football. Check them out, man. See what they got. I can't wait to see his coverage from the stadium though. That's what I'm gonna go watch. But shout out to those brothers, man. Keep grinding. Guys, this is gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a memorable one. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.